श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुविष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। क्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभः निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्ये सर्वदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषयपूरोगणां मध्ये सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नमो धर्माय महते नमः कृष्णाय वेसे नमो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो नमस्कृत्य धर्मान् वक्ष्यामि शाश्वतान्। नमो भगवते तस्मै व्यासाय तदेशे यस्य प्रसादात् वक्ष्यामि नारायणकथां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. Previously we were looking at Abhimanyu entering the Chakra-Vyuha formed by Drona with the intention of capturing Yudhishthira. But obviously Drona has made a vow that on that day's battle he was going to at least get one warrior, one superior Maharati from Pandava side on that day. So he made that promise to Duryodhana and he formed Chakra-Vyuha. Arjuna was chasing some Shaptakas and he went away in the southern direction. So here Yudhishthira puts all the responsibility on Abhimanyu, who knew how to enter, and he said he don't know, he can't come out if he faces any difficulty. So all of the Pandavas said, we will follow you. So Abhimanyu enters and he starts breaking that Chakra-Vyuha array, circular array formed by Drona, Karna, Dushyasana. We looked at Karna, Shalya, Kritavarman, Kripa. All these warriors coming and facing Abhimanyu, and all of them getting injured and running away from that. So like this, Abhimanyu continued to battle. So we'll continue that, looking at that one. So previously we looked at Dushasana. Seeing Abhimanyu battling like this, he proudly tells everybody that I'm going to destroy that Abhimanyu today. I'm going to kill him today. And he comes, and then Abhimanyu, with an arrow on his shoulder joints, sends Dushasana away. Dushasana soons away. And as soon as he finds his charioteer, takes him away from that battlefield. So that's where we were looking at, and we continue from there and seeing him running away or taken away like this. Abhimanyu becomes very happy, and all the Pandavas, Draupadi's son, Virata, Panchala, everybody become very happy, and all of them give a huge shout. And Abhimanyu continues to battle, and he rushes towards that Kaurava army and heading towards Drona. A huge battle takes place, and seeing him crushing that Kaurava army like that, Duryodhana addresses Karna. Karna was previously again injured by Abhimanyu, and he had to take a break from that battlefield to go away from Abhimanyu. So Duryodhana addresses Karna and says that, look at this heroic Dushasana. He himself has been injured by Abhimanyu, and Abhimanyu is rushing here. Do something so if we can rescue our army from this Subhadra's son. Having said that, Karna, with the intention of doing good for Duryodhana, he starts attacking Abhimanyu. Karna, he strikes with large number of sharp arrows, and Abhimanyu as well. In the intention of going towards Drona, he quickly strikes at Karna with 7 arrows, and nobody from Karna's side succeeded in preventing Abhimanyu. So all of them were struggling. So nobody could stop him making progress towards Drona. So then Karna, with intention of obtaining the victory, he strikes Abhimanyu with 100 arrows, and using his best of weapons, he strikes Abhimanyu, and then Abhimanyu again, still laughing and smiling at all those arrows, striking him. He did not feel any pain, did not move at all. He stood there like a mountain and then faced Karna again. So he, with his very sharp arrows, he strikes, cuts off Karna's umbrella, his standard, his charioteer, his horses, all this while smiling and taking all those arrows from Karna. Karna then again strikes with 5 very strong arrows at Abhimanyu, and Abhimanyu once again fearlessly breaks them, receives all of them, and then taking a moment, he strikes with a single arrow, cuts off Karna's bow, standard, and causes all of them to drop to ground. Seeing Karna like this, Karna's younger brother becomes very angry. He rushes towards Abhimanyu, and he places himself between Abhimanyu and Karna, and then he strikes Abhimanyu. Uh, he strikes Abhimanyu with 10 arrows, striking Abhimanyu, his umbrella, his standard chariot or horses, all these things he strikes. And Abhimanyu, even though injured by those arrows, he still continues to fight, and he, bending his bow, smiling, he cuts off the head of Karna's brother. So Karna's brother, like that, he dies, and his head, with all jewelry and everything, falls down on the ground. And Karna, seeing in front of him his brother killed, he becomes filled with pain. And then Abhimanyu again, with arrows, large number of arrows, he makes sure that Karna leaves that battlefield, and Karna was taken away. So Abhimanyu strikes Karna with a large number of arrows, and with that Karna, he runs away from that battlefield in that battle. So like this, everybody was taken away from Kauravas, and all the warriors, they coming and then facing Abhimanyu, and then could not resist, could not stop him advancing towards Drona uh, in that circular array when he was penetrating, except Jayadratha, king of Sindhu. Everybody was able to, everybody was unable to resist Abhimanyu. So like this, Abhimanyu continues to move, and the Kaurava warriors, the soldiers, everybody, they continues to come and attack Abhimanyu, but he single-handedly on his single chariot, he goes and start destroying that army that's coming towards him. Everywhere on that battlefield, broken wheels, by thousands and thousands of them with arrows, bows, swords, standards, shields. Everything was laying all around with kshatriyas, horses, elephants. All this looked terrible on that battlefield. Abhimanyu continued to press, and in that battlefield, like Indra himself, he continued to battle. Dhritarashtra, listening to this, while praising Abhimanyu, he also then asked, how did rest of Pandava army, what did they do, how that they followed Abhimanyu, and whether they were successful. So Sanjaya continues, and he says that Yudhishthira, Bhima, Shikandi, Satyaki, Nakula, Sahadeva, Drishtadyumna, Virata, Drupada, Kekeya brothers, Drishtaketu, Matsya warriors with Virata and his warriors, and Panchala warriors, all of them were rushing behind Abhimanyu, and Abhimanyu's elders and maternal uncles, everybody, all of them were coming in the same path as Abhimanyu. As Abhimanyu makes way in that circular path, circular array, Chakra-Vyuha, they were following him. And seeing them rushing towards like that, then the Sindhu king Jayadratha came in front, and he started checking all of them, stopping all of them. So even though Yudhishthira and Bhima, Nakula, Sahadeva, Panchala warriors, Virata warriors, Drishtaketu and everybody, all of them, Satyaki and everybody was coming, all of them were stopped by Jayadratha alone. So Dhritarashtra, listening to this, become very surprised. How could, though all those strong warriors on Pandava's side could be resisted by only one person on our side, Jayadratha alone? How did that happen? And what is the secret of his heroism and strength and everything? Whether he did any libations, whether he did sacrifices, what sacrifices he did, what ascetic austerities he did, and things like that. So he asks those questions to Sanjaya, because pure and kshatriya strength, one cannot resist all those people that he was facing against. So Dhritarashtra asks that questions, and then Sanjaya narrates the story. He says that when Draupadi was insulted, you probably remember we looked at it towards the end of Parva, where Pandavas were staying in that forest, Jayadratha was going along the way and he sees Draupadi and he tries to kidnap her, and Bhima and Arjuna chase him and then they capture him alive and then they shave off his head. So they, at Yudhishthira's command, they release him. All right. So after that insult, Jayadratha, uh, taking that humiliation, he practiced severe austerities with desire of getting a boon from Mahadeva Shiva himself. So he continued severe penance, and he dried himself without drinking, without eating, and everything. His body became so weak, the veins started seeing, so he lost all the flesh and everything. So he became so thin. So then finally, Shankara Shiva become very pleased with him, and he comes and ask a boon. So it comes in his Jayadratha's dream, and he asks Shiva comes in his dream and then asks him what boon you want. And at that time, Jayadratha asks that alone in a single chariot, I should be able to check all the Pandavas in a battle. Let me give that terrible strength and energy and prowess. Give me that. So when he asks for that boon, Shiva says that except Arjuna, you will be able to check everybody in the battlefield. So having said that, so Shankara blesses him and Jayadratha agrees to that, and that is the reason he held check entire Pandava army on that day, and he continued to manage to resist that entire Pandava army. Nobody could on Yudhishthira's side, they could pass him. So like this, Jayadratha continued and he fought the Pandavas with large horses from Sindhu breed were carrying him on his chariot, and his car was well equipped, and uh, uh, it had standards having a large boar in silver color, and that was looking beautiful. And his white umbrella, banners, yak-tails were fanning him, and like that, so he looked like a Soma Chandra himself on the chariot. So in that car, which was made again, its fence was made of iron, was decked with all the pearls and diamonds, gold and gems and things like that. It was looking uh, like a luminous body moving around in that battlefield. So that Jayadratha, uh, uh, in that array, he once more, as Abhimanyu made his way, Jayadratha filled up the path made by Abhimanyu. He filled up that path and he stopped the rest of the Pandava side warriors passing through that path into that array. So he strikes Satyaki with 3 arrows, Bhima with 8, and then strike Drishtadyumna with 60 arrows, and then Drupada with 5, Shikandi with 10, and then KK brothers with 25 arrows. Jayadratha strikes Panchali's and Draupadi's sons with 3 arrows each, and then strikes Yudhishthira with 70 arrows. So, like this, Jayadratha continues to battle all of them and resist all of them. So, seeing this, Yudhishthira becomes very angry and he strikes Jayadratha. He cuts off Jayadratha's bow with a sharp arrow, and Jayadratha immediately taking another bow strikes Yudhishthira with 10 arrows. So, and all others with 3 arrows. So then Jayadratha was Bhima strikes at him, and he with broad-headed arrow, he with 3 arrows, he strikes Jayadratha. With his bow, his standard, his umbrella, everything, and then Jayadratha again taking another bow strikes at Bhima and destroys Bhima's standard, bow, and horses. So then Bhima jumps down from his chariot and then goes on boards on Satyaki's jumps onto Satyaki's chariot. So like this, all of them were resisted by Jayadratha. So the Pandavas were stuck behind, and between Pandava army and Abhimanyu, there was Jayadratha standing in between them. So the path that Abhimanyu made for the Pandavas to enter was blocked by Jayadratha. So the slaughter of all the elephants and everything that filled up by the Jayadratha in that battlefield. So they could not move any further. So like this, the Matsyas, Panchalas, Kaikeyas, and the rest of the Pandavas, all of them, even though they fought vigorously, they could not resist. They could not stop Jayadratha. They could not remove Jayadratha, blocking their way. So Jayadratha continues to create trouble. So when he was checked like that, Abhimanyu, on the other hand, continued to penetrate into that Chakra-Vyuha. He continues to destroy that army, Kuru army that Vyuha formed, array formed by Drona. He continues to attack and destroy that. So while he was doing like that, he was surrounded on all the sides with the enemies of chariots and horse riders and elephants and everything like that. He was charioted. And then Vrishasena comes there, and Vrishasena, even though Abhimanyu was surrounded by all the sides, Abhimanyu strikes him. Abhimanyu strikes Vishasena's horses with straight arrows. Then with those arrows, the Abhimanyu, the horses, they take away Vrishasena away from the battlefield, and then Abhimanyu then continues to attack rest of the people. So when he was surrounded by everybody, he still managed to send Vrishasena away and then get a breathing space so that he can move his chariot into the right place and then start attacking again. So, like this, Abhimanyu dancing in that battlefield, he then goes after Vasatiya comes there, and then he attacks Abhimanyu with 60 arrows, and then like this, they battle, and then Abhimanyu again cuts with the sharp arrows. He cuts off Vasatiya's head, and then Vasatiya falls on the ground, and then all the Kshatriyas surrounding him, they all feared, and then they started running away. Like this, Abhimanyu continues to battle, and he continues to destroy that army of Kurus. When Abhimanyu again, he all the Kshatriyas that were killed, horses, everything were laying all over on the ground. Abhimanyu again angrily he continues to make progress in that battlefield. Only his coat of mail, which was having all the gold ornaments and everything, his bow, arrows, that all everybody could see. Nobody could see anything else because he was releasing so many arrows and destroying all that, and also on towards him there were so many arrows coming towards. So like this, Abhimanyu, like Shiva himself, continues to battle in that, and then the Kaurava armies that comes there in large numbers, the Kshatriyas, all of them were seized, destroyed by Abhimanyu. Then Abhimanyu seizes Sattva Shravas, and he seizes him, and then as he was then all the warrior Kshatriyas, they all rush towards him and start attacking. At that time, Rukmarata, who is son of Shalya, comes there, and he comes and he tells all the warriors, Kaurava warriors, saying that do not run. I am going to kill Abhimanyu today, and I will seize him captive, and like that he promises, and then he starts attacking Abhimanyu, and he pierces Abhimanyu with three arrows in the chest, and three in the right arm, three in the left arm, and then like that he strikes, and then Abhimanyu cutting off the bow of Rukmarata and his right and left arms, and then his head. He cuts off like that and then kills Rukmarata in that battle. So then he continues to battle. So the Shalya and there are many princes, friends of Rukmarata. They come in hundreds, and Abhimanyu fights with all of them. And all those mighty warriors, all of them come, and Abhimanyu kills all of them in that battle. And seeing them, all of them destroyed and killed like that, Duryodhana uh, uh, becomes sorry, all those warriors, they come there, and they come and attack Abhimanyu. And seeing that, Duryodhana becomes very happy, but Abhimanyu uses the Gandharva weapon at that time, and using that Gandharva weapon, He confuses everybody, confounds everybody, and everybody sees Abhimanyu, multiple Abhimanyus standing there, and Abhimanyu cuts all those warriors, all those princes who are coming there, attacking in hundreds of numbers. He kills all of them in that battlefield. So, seeing this, Duryodhana becomes very afraid, and he, seeing uh, his car warriors, elephants, horses, foot soldiers, all this crushed like this by Abhimanyu, he becomes very worried, and uh, he then decides to uh, turn back from that fight from Abhimanyu. So seeing this, Dhritarashtra again listening to this, he asks who from our side who was courageous to go against that Abhimanyu who was destroying like Shankara himself, and when Duryodhana was beaten and taken back, 100 princes were killed. Who from our side brave enough to went there? So Sanjay continues his narration of Abhimanyu's uh, brave battle in that on that day. He says that with all the Kaurava warriors with their mouth becoming dry, eyes restless, all of them sweating, worried, all of them like this, they were abandoning their brothers, fathers, sons, friends, relatives, everybody there are abandoning, and they were trying to escape from that battle. Seeing all of them running like that, Drona, Ashwatthama, Brihadbala, Kripa, Duryodhana, Karna, Kritavarma, Shakuni, uh, all of them all of them united, all of them started attacking Abhimanyu, and all these were again were beaten by Abhimanyu alone. So then comes Lakshmana. So Lakshmana is Duryodhana's son. He comes there, and he is again very accomplished in the weaponry. He comes there with his inexperience, but also with a lot of pride, he comes and attacks Abhimanyu. And seeing his son going against Abhimanyu, Duryodhana becomes worried, and he joins Lakshmana. And seeing Duryodhana joining that battlefield, all the warriors who were heading back were beaten by Abhimanyu before Drona, Ashwatthama, Brihadbala, Kripa, all of them, Karna, Kritavarma, and Shakuni, all of them, because Duryodhana went there, all of them started following against Duryodhana. So all of them returned immediately, even though they were badly injured. They came back once again to the battle. So, like this, Abhimanyu was surrounded once again by everybody, and Lakshmana started that battle with them. So again, Lakshmana, Abhimanyu in that battlefield with his uh, he strikes him with his arms, chest, everything, and then Abhimanyu again, filled angrily, tells Lakshmana that it is very good that you have come here. I will definitely send you to Yama's place today. And then saying this, Abhimanyu with broad-headed arrow, he strikes Lakshmana, and he cuts off beautiful head of Lakshmana. So like this, Lakshmana was killed in front of Duryodhana, and seeing his slaughter by Abhimanyu, Duryodhana becomes very angry, seeing his son killed like that by Abhimanyu. And then all those Kshatriyas united together, they all say that kill this one, kill this one. Drona, Kripa, Karna, Shotama, Brihadbala, Kritavarma, all these six warriors together, they started attacking Abhimanyu. And all of them again, striking them with sharp arrows, beating them off from him. Abhimanyu again, with great speed, he started uh, going against Jayadratha's forces as well. Then Kalingas, Nishadas, and the son of Krata, all of them started attacking Abhimanyu with their elephant division. Abhimanyu destroys that elephant division, and then son of Krata, he covers Abhimanyu with large shower of arrows. Then Abhimanyu dispatches him also to Yama's place. He cuts off his head, and like this, he destroys all that army, that's Kalinga, Rishadas, that's coming against him. He kills all of them. So Dhritarashtra once more asks, who on our side surrounded Abhimanyu when he was destroying like that. Sanjay continues. He says that again Abhimanyu, like this, penetrating that Kaurava army with his sharp arrows. All the kings turned away and started running away from that battlefield. Then Drona, Kripa, Karna, Ashwatthama, Brihatbala, Kritavarma, these six warriors surrounded him. And again, other combatants of used on Kaurava side, other warriors, they all started supporting Jayadratha, who was battling Yudhishthira, Satyaki, Nakula, Sahadeva, Bhima, and others from Pandava army. So many among them, again with great strength, all of them showered large number of arrows on Abhimanyu. Then Abhimanyu again, in that he resisted all of them, and he released 50 arrows towards Drona, 20 towards Brihatbala, and he 80 towards Kritavarman, Kripa with 60, and Ashwatthama with 10 arrows, and like this he strikes. And then Abhimanyu once more he strikes Karna, uh, and with a large number of with a large arrow, bearded arrow with great force. Then he kills Kripa's horses. Then he kills the Kripa's charioteer. Then he strikes Kripa in the center of his chest with 10 arrows. Like this he strikes. Then Abhimanyu he strikes at Brihatbala. So he goes after Brihatbala. While Abhimanyu was battling like this, Ashwatthama comes at him, and then Ashwatthama strikes him with 25 arrows. Then Abhimanyu again angrily, he in front of all those warriors coming there, he strikes Ashwatthama in return with sharp arrows. Ashwatthama again in return strikes Abhimanyu with 60 arrows, and Abhimanyu again, but Abhimanyu did not move at all. He stood there like a mountain, and then Abhimanyu strikes him with 73 arrows at Ashwatthama. Drona then becomes worried, and he comes there to rescue his son from Abhimanyu, and then he comes there, and then Ashwatthama strikes at that time. Drona strikes him with 100 arrows, and then Ashwatthama strikes him with 60. Like this, Karna strikes him with 22 arrows, and then Kritavarma with 14 arrows, and Brihatbala strikes him with 50 arrows, and Kripa with 10 arrows. Abhimanyu again, with taking all those arrows with blood flowing from his body, and he strikes at Brihatbala, king of Kosala. He strikes him, and he quickly kills his horses, his standard, his bow, his charioteer, and then Brihatbala, taking up a sword, he rushes towards Abhimanyu, but Abhimanyu he strikes that sword towards Abhimanyu with the hope of cutting off Abhimanyu's head, but Abhimanyu strikes Brihatbala with sharp arrow, and then with that Brihatbala falls down and he dies. And seeing that him falling, then all those kings are surrounding there, they all started running away, and then Abhimanyu continues battle like that. So then Abhimanyu again once more strikes Karna with barbed arrows, and then he strikes him with 50 other arrows. Then Karna in return he strikes with many arrows. Like this, the battle continued between Abhimanyu and Karna. So while battle happening like that, Abhimanyu kills 6 Karna's counselors who were around with him, and along with their horses and charioteers and chariot itself, Abhimanyu destroys all of that while Karna was battling with Abhimanyu. So then he continues like this. Then he goes and kills ruler of Magadha ruler's king son, and then with 6 arrows he kills, and then he kills the Ashvaketu, the Prince Ashvaketu. He kills him, and with his 4 horses and charioteer. Then Abhimanyu continues with Bhoja Prince. He Bhoja prince, he kills, and then he goes, Abhimanyu continues in that battle. Like this, whoever comes after him, he either injures them badly or then he uh, kills them in that battlefield. Then Dushasana's son comes there to the battlefield. He comes there he strikes with Abhimanyu's horses with four arrows, his charioteer with one, and Abhimanyu himself with 10. Then Abhimanyu taking 10 arrows at Abhimanyu, at Dushasana's son, tells him that your father ran away from the battlefield, but I will not let you escape today. So, saying this, Abhimanyu strikes a long arrow at uh, 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 Dushasana's son. As the arrow was reaching towards him, about to take Dushasana's son life, at that time Ashwatthama comes in between and he cuts off that arrow with three arrows. Using three arrows, he cuts off. Then, leaving Ashwatthama aside, Abhimanyu goes and starts attacking Shalya, and he attacks Shalya with 9 sharp arrows. So imagine all of them are coming one after another at Abhimanyu, and Abhimanyu continues to resist them, break them, injure them, and then continue to move on to the next one. So while battling like this, Abhimanyu kills 5 warriors: Shatrunjaya, Chandraketu, Mahamegha, Suvarchas, and Suryabhasa. So he kills those 5 warriors in that battle. Then Abhimanyu strikes Shakuni and then Shakuni strikes Abhimanyu with 3 arrows, and then tells Duryodhana that Shakuni is striking Abhimanyu with 3 arrows, and then he tells Duryodhana that let's all of us together attack on this one because individually we cannot attack. So then Karna goes to Drona and tells that Abhimanyu is grinding all of us, is destroying, and he probably will kill all of us. So tell what is the best way to resist Abhimanyu. And then Drona, observing Abhimanyu, the battle and everything, he says that looking at him, there is no way we can resist him. No, none of us will be able to resist him or defeat him in this battle. I don't see any defect in him. So if we get a small chance, maybe we may be able to strike him and do something, but I don't see any defect in him. The way he's moving in all directions, and I don't see any small hole in him which I can strike. So the lightness, the quickness in his hand, he is equal to, he is like Arjuna himself. That shows that he is Arjuna's son. And the track of his chariot, the way is moving, and his bow is drawn in a complete circle, attacking everybody surrounding him like that. So he's don't know when he takes the arrows and when he places this on the bow and then strikes it. We don't see this. So this battle Abhimanyu is having, that makes me very happy. So Drona says that although it is injuring very vital parts of my body and it paining me, I am very happy with the way he is battling. Drona really praises, and he says that I don't see any defect in him, any flaws in him, so we can strike him. So therefore, it makes me very happy. I'm greatly very happy with the way he is battling, and it is definitely proving that he is Arjuna's son. So hearing this, Karna again once more addresses Drona, saying that we are all very much troubled by this Abhimanyu's arrows. So are there any ways we can do this? So what is the best way to do this? And again, he asks those questions. So, and also Karna admits that these arrows from Abhimanyu are weakening me and weakening my heart. So then Drona suggests that if Abhimanyu is very young and is powerful, is great, and his armor, the coat he is having, the protection he is having is impenetrable, and his father had taught, but remember that his father has been taught by me. Okay, his father is my student. So if Abhimanyu himself is making you weak in heart, think about his father whom you want to kill. So Drona reminds him and says that with arrows well shot, you probably will be able to cut off his bow. And once his bow is cut off, you should be able to cut his horses and the strings that holding the ropes that holding the horses and the charioteer himself. If you do that, when you do that, if competent, you are competent, do this. Then once you do that, then we may be able to do something to Abhimanyu. So hearing this, Karna aims at Abhimanyu's bow and he cuts off Abhimanyu's bow. And when Abhimanyu was cut off, immediately Kritavarma kills his horses and Kripa kills his Pashni charioteers, and then they all cover him with arrows. Then all those six warriors together with great speed, they start attacking Abhimanyu, who was fighting alone, single-handed, with them, with a shower of arrows. He did not have bow, he did not have chariot. With uh, uh, again, as a Kshatriya, he did not abandon his duty, even though taking up a sword and a shield, he jumped into the sky, and then he displayed a maneuver called Kaushika, and through that he moved in the sky from one place to another, from one chariot to another, like that, and then escaping all those arrows. And then the warriors on the Kaurava side were thinking, is he going to jump on my chariot and kill me, and things like that. So they were worried. Then Drona, with sharp arrows, quickly cuts off Abhimanyu's sword. Then Karna, with sharp arrows, cuts off the shield and deprives his sword and uh, everything he removed. Abhimanyu comes down to the earth. Then he, taking up a chariot wheel, he rushes towards Drona. He looked like a Krishna himself holding his chakra, his Sudarshana chakra. Abhimanyu rushes towards him. Uh, then Abhimanyu, like that, he rushes towards him, and then seeing that the kings, seeing all that, became very angry and very with anxiety. They cut that off into 100 fragments. That wheel Abhimanyu is holding. Then Abhimanyu, again taking up the great mace that was there, he strikes at Ashwatthama, and Ashwatthama jumps down from his chariot, and that mace kills Ashwatthama's horses and charioteer, and then it kills the horses as well. Then uh, uh, Kalikeya, Subala, Shakuni's son Kalikeya, was killed by Abhimanyu, and then Abhimanyu kills whilst on foot, he kills 77 Gandhara followers of Shakuni's followers, and then he kills 10 Rathis who were there from Brahma Vasatiya race. All of them were killed by, and then 10 huge elephants he kills. Then he proceeds towards uh, chariot of Dushasana's son, and then he crushed that chariot and horses by pressing down into earth. So like this, he battles. Then Dushasana's son, taking up a mace, rushes towards Abhimanyu, and then Abhimanyu and Dushasana's son, they have battle, mace battle, and then both of them strike each other's head. Both of them fall on the ground. Abhimanyu was very tired. He took a second to get up. By that time, Dushasana's son gets up and strikes Abhimanyu. And with that, Abhimanyu falls on the ground, and he was killed by Dushasana's son in that battlefield. So, like this, Abhimanyu battled in that, and seeing him killed like that, all the people watching in the sky, the rishis and everybody, all of them said that this is a unrighteous act that has been done by the Kshatriyas here, while six of them mighty warriors attacking somebody who did not have any weapon in his hand. So, like this, Abhimanyu was killed, and we see what happens after that uh, next time when we gather.